12 Most Beautiful Churches in France, Explore France Part 2. 6. Notre Dame de la Garde. The port city of Marseille is home to the incredible Notre Dame de la Garde, a cathedral honoring the patron saint of sailors. The Roman Catholic cathedral was built on the ruins of an ancient fort in the 19th century, and it was created in the Byzantine Revival style. Inside, don't miss the chance to see the iconic Madonna and Child statue sculpted from copper and covered in brilliant gold leaf, as well as the impressive belfry and the stone arches. 5. Mont Saint-Michel Abbey. Part of the appeal and beauty of the Mont Saint-Michel Abbey owes to its location. The island of Mont Saint-Michel is just half a mile off the coast near Normandy, making access limited. Approaching the island, you'll see the abbey rise from the water, occupying a large portion of the island itself. Built in the 15th century, and still home to Benedictine monks, the abbey is surrounded by quaint streets, shops, cafes, and museums devoted to the island and its history. 4. Reims Cathedral. Over 800 years ago, construction began on Reims Cathedral. Today, the cathedral is a stunning example of Gothic architecture and serves as the biggest attraction in the city of Reims. It was in this very cathedral that many French kings had their coronations, and records show that even Joan of Arc was in attendance at one of these ceremonies in the 15th century. With multiple chapels and the first ever use of bar tracery in France, it took nearly a century to complete the Reims Cathedral. 3. Amiens Cathedral. Just 2 hours outside of Reims is Amiens, home to the Cathedral of Amiens. When the Reims Cathedral was unveiled, the population of Amiens wanted something similar. So, in the 13th century, the French Gothic Cathedral of Amiens was constructed. It is just slightly taller than the one in Reims, an intentional part of the planning process. Impressive cantilevers create a high ceiling for the nave, making it an incredible structure to behold from the interior. Detailed carvings of saints, many of which have been intricately painted, are just one more reason to explore this beautiful cathedral in France. 2. Notre Dame de Paris. France's most famous cathedral is the Notre Dame de Paris, which was constructed starting in the middle of the 12th century. The jewel of Parisian architecture, Notre Dame de Paris is undeniably Gothic in style, and it boasts an incredibly large size. Its flying buttresses were among the first in the world, and many gargoyles were used not just for design but for column supports and even water spouts. You'll absolutely want to tour the cathedral, but make time to also see the extensive crypts underneath the church that are open to the public. 1. Chartres Cathedral. In 1194, construction began on the Chartres Cathedral. This incredible building, constructed in the Gothic style, is considered to be one of the most important pieces of architecture in France. The colorful stained glass windows are preserved well, and 2 different spires compete for attention on the roof of the cathedral. Although the exterior is phenomenal, don't miss the artworks and relics found inside, such as the dress that was allegedly worn by Mary when she gave birth to Jesus.